Hello ladies and gentlemen. For those of you that have watched my videos, you probably know who I am. I'm Benjamin J. Temple. I know you probably don't know much about me, but I'm big time into the Union Pacific Railroad when it comes to models. I also do the Illinois Central Railroad and the Southern Pacific. In the last few years I've got some Amtrak stuff, also some Santa Fe stuff, and one locomotive family of Conrail because it came through Effingham, Illinois. So a bit of background on me is that in May of 2016 I graduated from SIUC with a Bachelor in Mechanical Engineering. Then I would go on to achieve my master's degree in Mechanical Engineering in end of July of 2020, which was just a little over a year ago, and I was working on my electrical slash computer engineering bachelor degree, which I have not achieved yet. So, but I'm in this video you will see the FEF-3 class. Now in my last one I said I would do the two-tone blue or two-tone gray locomotive, but unfortunately I was unpackaging and running into some issues, and the computer or the camera became dormant, and when it does for so many minutes it turns itself off, and I wasn't able to get there fast enough to turn it on. But the locomotive was also defective, and we've since replaced it. Cordyville Station John Shoemaker, which is my main hobby dealer, I called him up, and first he told me to take the tender apart, or the engine apart, which I took the tender apart. It seemed to work, but it still had a ground issue, it seemed, so I just took it back. So we're about to test run this locomotive. I've already got it unpackaged, and I think that it will do an unpackaging on the other engine just to see. And if you have any feedback, such as what you'd like to see in my videos, changes or things that about how I do my videos or what I run. Unfortunately, I don't have a layout. It's just a temporary setting because I'm still paying off student loans, and I'm planning on going back to school to get a welding certificate and machining classes, and then finishing my second and third bachelor once I get my student loans kind of paid down where I can afford to go back. My ultimate goal is to eventually wind up working for the railroad, but for now I'll just land an engineering job and then move on. So here we go with the video. So I have it setting on the track, and I've already run it just for about 30 seconds, not really a whole lot of time, but I turned the power off so that it wouldn't just burn up all the smoke, and it seemed to work just fine when I turned it on. Okay, so I don't know if you can see in the video. Yeah, I guess you can. It really smokes pretty nicely. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't have the backup light on. It looks like my train is also off the track somewhere. I'll have to figure out what's going on here. So now we're going to blow the steam whistle. So everything seems to be working pretty nicely, as I can tell. I'm not running it real fast because I'm not looking at speed. I'm just looking to see that it operates.
I guess it seems to think it's pulling a hill, which the floor might have somewhat of a dip in it. Not really sure. So as you heard, I turned on the bell, which works pretty nicely. Then I turned it off so you can hear the push of the clanging of the coupler, just to see that function works. But seems like it works pretty nicely so far. I'm gonna back it all the way up and see how that goes. And I think I found my issue. It isn't that the locomotive's got an issue, it's the track that's got an issue. I didn't get it connected properly. Okay. So now we have it like it should be. I'm going to zoom in. So I've got it, this is a Digitrex DCS51 style controller. And I have it almost set to 3 to run the speed that it's running currently. You're probably getting where you can't see it due to there's no light in the other room. But I was going to run it at full throttle and see what happens here. It looks like it runs pretty nicely from what I can see. No issues. Of course, I haven't tried some of the other sound functions, so maybe we should go through that. So right at the moment I'm pushing the water injector. I really don't know just exactly what that sound should sound like. I'm guessing it's that sound right there. And then we have brake set, then moving brake, release. Okay, so that seems to work. Then there's the grade cross whistle. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I forgot to move my camera along with the movement of the locomotive. Now, this thing really smokes, so I guess if you're, that sort of thing causes you problems, you might have to turn it off. So that's the F-14 passenger announcement, which the Greyhound locomotives were known for running passenger service. That's the freight sound. This is the maintenance sound. Radio sound. The city related radio chatter. And there's the farm. So that's pretty much it of those functions. And there's the industrial background sound, lumber background sound, and then you can toggle between the two horns, I mean not horns, whistles, excuse me. So there's a bit different. I know I said in the past video that I kind of like the other one, but actually I think I kind of like that second one. Kind of pretty neat. Then there's a track sound. I'm guessing you probably have to be moving faster maybe, I don't know. And let's try, says auxiliary lights. Oh, okay. So there we go, that actually works on this engine. That's pretty neat. I don't know if you can see that, but so now maybe it lights up differently on the back. Let's find out here. Nope. I think one of my locomotives, when I turned that control, it went to red, seemed like, but maybe I'm mistaken. And then there's F-25, which is a long whistle. And then you can do the brake squeal. So I turned it on. Maybe you got to be moving faster. Okay, it appears it was already on, so just by accident turned it off, but you could hear that. So that's it for this locomotive. So let's move on to the next locomotive. We're going to just set that off to the side. As you can see, it's got a capacitor in it because it keeps running, at least for a short little bit. So now we're going to go here and unbox this other engine, as I said. And I know I said I wasn't sure if I'd do that, but I think I'm going to do that. Okay, so let's be honest. I've already had this engine partly out of the box, at least the plastic. But my hobby dealer, it comes with this plastic sleeve on it, and you just pull it out of that. Then it's got the paper, kind of wax paper sleeve on it. Then so I don't know what brought about Broadway Limit to doing this new style packaging, but I guess it's okay. So this is another two-tone gray engine, but instead of having the silver stripes, it has the yellow stripes, which I particularly like better. But you'd say, well, why did I get the other engine? I just wanted to give something different. I've always had the two-tone gray with yellow stripes, but I thought I'd get a silver stripe one. So then it has another plastic sleeve over the I think they call these like a showcase type thing, but I really dislike this part that they make this kind of like 4 pieces, so this plastic on the side kind of breaks, or doesn't kind of, it does, it breaks out. And I guess each to their own what they like. And so you pop up this one end and it comes up,
And then to protect the paint, they put a plastic, real soft plastic piece, and it's got course on the bottom. But so as you can see, this engine, although I'm not sure I got the camera to do what some people do, this is a Kodak FZ151 type camera, so it probably doesn't zoom in real well or see the real high, fine details, but I think for the most part you can see, especially if the lighting's just right. But so you have the dual smokestack. Here's the bell. You have the number boards right here and here, and then down below is what they call the marker lights. And then you have your standard headlight here, and then I forget what the red light, the Mars, or forgive me, I don't really know, but you have your pilot up here, and you can switch this out and put a coupler in it. I guess it'd be helpful if I point the camera in the right place. So this is your pilot, your front pilot, and then this is your steam whistle, and below it has a hole too, so that when you push on the smoke, or I mean the whistle, smoke comes out to demonstrate steam. These are your pop-off safety valves. This is your steam generator, and this is called your steam turret, where all the steam piping comes together. So if something breaks, it's supposed to break here, not in the cab. At least that's what I read. And then of course this is an oil tender and not a coal tender, which it doesn't really matter to me, but kind of more of a modernized steam engine kind of guy. So all the advances in technology I usually try to stick to as opposed to older steam, just because I want like the 1950s, even as close as 1960. Of course I realize most of these were built in like 1943, 1944. I really don't know the year on this one. I didn't look it up, but I know the Excursion one, if I recall right, was built in 1940, 44 or 43, and a year later it had its grate taken out because it was converted to oil, and it's been running ever since. And so the 844 that I'm talking about, which I think in 1962 it got, forgive me, I haven't really looked the year, but I know it got switched to 8444 for a while because of the diesel engine that had its number. Then it got its original number back some years later. So I do have that engine, although unfortunately it's not a Broadway Limited, it's an Athearn model. I didn't get the Broadway because they didn't put the Mars light or that red light up on the front, and that's the one I wanted, so I'm going to have to wait until that comes out. Now we're going to put this on the track and find out how it works, so bear with me, it's kind of hard to handle camera and engine all at the same time.